At this point in the trip, we have now left Europe and moved on to our second continent.
We have.
But it doesn't really go as expected.
No, it doesn't.
Hello, hello. We are Trisha
And Gabriel.
from different sides of the world but brought together by nursing school. After a couple years of travel nursing, we are taking a break to just travel.
We are going around the world in 100 days, but probably more, and hoping to see a few friends along the way.
So follow along with us as we simply live our lives in many cities across the globe.
We are currently in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. There's Gabriel over there, just ignore him. We are here primarily two reasons. One, we have a friend here, and as we have kind of mentioned, a large part of this trip is going to see people that we know, because experiencing places with people who live there or know the area is just supreme. For two, Ethiopia is the biggest airline in the continent of Africa, and it often brings you here. Now, when I was looking online to find like travel vlogs or travel information about here, I can find nothing. And so my conclusion from that is that a lot of people don't travel to Ethiopia for a vacation. I'm trying to figure it out because it is actually stunning here. Like, one, do people just not know, or are they trying to keep this a secret? So what we are trying to debunk is why there's not a lot of like travel information or the push for travel here. Another reason this actually really surprises me is that Ethiopian Airlines is the biggest airline carrier here. A lot of flights, we've actually been here before, just only in the airport. I'm sure a lot of other people maybe have too if flying through this area. We got our visas. Maybe that's why nobody travels here. There's an $80 visa that's kind of hit or miss on how and where you can get it. The hotel. The hotel did do us a little bit dirty, right, Gabriel? Right. So about a week before we checked in, they said they upgraded us to, what was it? The like King Executive Suite. King Duplex Suite. It was gonna be a 2-level room, like 2 stories. It had stairs in it, okay? Very excited. They downgraded us probably hours before we got here. I mean, the email came while we were on our flight here. So now we're...
No, they didn't send an email. I got downgraded at check-in. So.
Downgraded at check-in.
But then again, it's Hilton, so.
Hey, we want them to sponsor us too. But that was just a little bit of a salty moment. From what we hear, the Hilton is the old hotel in town. I'm getting those vibes. Beautiful location, views, the bathroom. I'm a little bit scared in there. But that was a little bit of a, We're gonna go see if Ethiopia or Addis Ababa should be your next travel vacation destination. Because why not? That's what I want to know. Why not? We have officially found the most impossible mini golf course. It's like on gravel, which is way harder than it looks, and we gotta roll it through this tire. There's literally no other way.
Enough force for it to go around.
I don't know how it's gonna even fit. All right, the next impossible course. You start here, you go under. Let me run. And go under and around, and somehow up this ramp and over this, and then down and around in there. I don't think a golf ball can do this, but we'll see. Okay, I'm ready. What? No! last day here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And unfortunately, this is how we've been most of the time. Right, Gabriel? Gabriel is over here feeling quite... No, you're not on top of the weather, Gabriel. You're underneath the weather. We've kind of used up our medication stash. That's right over there. We tried to find the pharmacy, found one on Google Maps, followed it to the spot, probably 5-minute walk off from where it actually said it was. In the US, at least for sure, we probably have too many options. But here it was just maybe not enough. So we got some Tylenol. Also, you can see the sun here really works. This is was reading my book in the sun, like this. We've gone out to dinner because we do have friends here, so they have been very great hosts and brought us out to dinner each night, and we have some good recommendations there, but we haven't ventured out much during the day because
We'll come back.
So we gotta come back. But something I can show you is that it's kind of a bumpin', ooh, the sun, place. Like, look at this. So these are hot water springs. So it comes all in, it's all natural, and it's warm. Apparently they have to cool it off because they're like hot springs. So we've been enjoying our time here. Well, I have. Gabriel, have you been enjoying your time? Gabriel enjoyed supper. I do want to talk about finding things to do here because I have found it interestingly difficult. Usually I go somewhere and I look up best place to eat near me. It seems like Google does not help here as much. It's a lot more word of mouth. People who live here know where to go and what to eat and how to get there, the hours. Even very popular places, you can't find the hours that they're open. Oh, I didn't realize. It's hard to find the hours that it's open. So you look up like there's like this quite like a popular jazz club that has jazz on Monday nights. Our friend brought us there. I tried to look it up online. Could not see the hours that it was open and what was happening from night to night. People who live here know where to go. They know where to get good food. They know when it's open. So know somebody, I guess. Maybe what I'm saying. Also, in the culture, there is a large fasting culture that they do here. And when I say fasting, I mean just no meat. And it's different days. People here know when it is. I don't really know when it is. I think it's like Wednesdays and Fridays, but then it could be other days too. So that's another difficult thing to figure out because on days that people in the country are fasting, a lot of the restaurants just aren't open. But how do you know that? You live here and you know. So for me, hard to know when that is. That being said, on days that they're not fasting, and fasting again is just no meat. So on days that they're not, meat is a big part of the culinary scene. So you're probably gonna get some good stuff. Overall, I think my takeaway is, yes, it's a place you should come. The weather here is perfect and people have been quite nice. I've personally had a great, relaxing time. Gabriel maybe not had the best time, but definitely relaxing. And it's a place we'll come back. We'll update this again. Just when you're traveling the world, you know, you might feel under the weather sometimes because you're getting exposed to a lot of things. So that's where we're at. Bye, Ethiopia. Just want the coffee. There's a coffee that works. You can see from this video that we're quite excited. We're ready to get out. see what Ethiopia is all about.
Addis Ababa is all about.
Addis Ababa is all about. And then
I don't know what it was. I'm just going to say change in climate. But it's one of the sickest I've felt in a long time. Probably my life, honestly. Just like really, really not doing too well.
a lot of fever and chills.
Chills and cold. I'm not sure why, because it was warm outside, like it was great weather, you know. So
Obviously better now. I
thanks.
feel like in the video we like allude to it a little bit. So in this video, it is mostly me and my thoughts as I sit and watch as Gabriel just
Recovered.
gets Tylenol every 6 hours and all that. It would be nice to go back and experience more. We do think that this seems to be a place where you kind of have to know somebody. It's just one of those places.
Well, I think that's a good observation. I agree in some sense, but there are lots of like foreigners there as well. So I'm sure there are things to do if you know what to do. But like if you're just coming in by yourself, I think to be kind of tricky to.
And most of the apps that you will use to travel do not apply here.
Well, Google Maps works.
No, it didn't.
Not.
You don't remember?
Not very
Google
accurately
Maps,
to the pharmacy. Yeah.
within 1 mile.
Not very accurate, but it brought you to the general region. But but they have their own taxi service app to kind of get around, and we use T-Mobile, and T-Mobile lets you go to almost every country on the face of the earth without paying extra and using your internet, except Ethiopia. So we didn't have any internet outside the hotel, which made it like extra difficult.
And in order to get it on your phone costs a lot.
Right. You have to pay per kilobyte, something ridiculous, which was a non-starter. Also, Ethiopian Airlines brings everybody and your sister there all the time.
You will end up there if you fly in the continent of Africa.
Whether or not you want to. And they have longer layovers, but they do put you in the Starlight Hotel, which is kind of by the airport, but you don't get to go out.
You cannot leave the hotel without getting a visa, which is the $80 that I was talking about.
Right, so. And we had to get a visa, so it kind of adds up a lot.
That's all. Like, subscribe, follow along for more. Behind. Why does nobody travel here? Oh no. I caught it. Our only ball. That's like a real fire.
That's a real fire. Yeah.